All right, folks, today's Monday. It's a rainy Monday day here in Churchville, Maryland, but I got a new customer here. We acquired Dakota with Core Aeration last year, and just wanted to take a brief second and ask him a couple questions here on camera. Dakota, we appreciate your business.
Sure.
What made you look into Ventrac?
Saw some YouTube videos online, was interested in possibly renting one for a job. So I typed in Google local dealers around me. JR Shed and Equipment's popped up. I believe it was a Saturday, or was it a Sunday?
I think it was Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Late Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was a late Saturday. I said, let me give it a shot. I'll give him a call. He finally answered, 3-4 rings, and we actually spoke for, about maybe 90 minutes?
Yeah, it was a good hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. And I knew right then and there, answering after hours, that this is a guy that I want to possibly buy equipment from. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, and what is what's the main principle of your business? What do you do?
Turf renovating, aerating now, lot of turf work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say aerating now.
Yes.
Were you not aerating before?
No, we were not. We were only core aerating.
Okay.
And overseeding.
I'm sure everybody knows, but what's the difference between core and using the aerator?
Sure. So core aeration, you're pulling out anywhere between 2 to 4 inch plugs and then leaving them on top of the soil, on top of the grass. What aerating is it's going in 4 to 5 inches, correct?
At the most, yeah.
Yep, and then it's actually fracturing the ground, so it's vibrating everything loose. That way you can get that seed to soil contact that you actually need. Yeah. Most people think that pulling out the core, and then you're actually putting in grass seed, that actually does not happen. Okay. The likelihood of that grass actually falling in that hole on that yard is slim to none.
So you kind of, if I remember right, you kind of hedged me a little bit on the aerator until you got a chance to see it. Now that you've been using our aerator for a little bit of time, I think I've changed your mind a little bit, haven't I?
Yes. Okay. Yes. We try to tell our customers to go with the aeration. It is a little more expensive process just because of the machinery and how expensive the things are. But the results are 10 times better than core aeration. Now, if you're on a golf course or stadium work, something like that, the core aeration, because they're doing it so many times a year, is beneficial, but they also have the machines to remove it off of there. So most customers that we're doing work for, they don't want the cores left on the property simply because it's mud, the dogs, the kids are playing in it. So
especially as wet as it's been here lately.
Yes. So once we show them the aeration, we actually have slow-mo reels that we actually show our customers as well. And once they see that, they say that's it for them.
Yeah, I think a week ago I posted a video that you sent me of the slow-mo one, and that, that had a handful of guys that were interested in that equipment. And, hey, you're
what's up?
Walking into a video. Head on back to the shop. The guys are excited to see you.
That's awesome.
All right. Sorry. So Tim, our Matco guy, he stops in here every Monday, and we're glad to see him. So, hey, we go. This is the way we roll. Non-edited, off the cuff. What you see is what you get, but we deliver that.
That is correct. And I do want to say something. This is not paid for by JR Sheds and Equipment or anything like that. I have the trust in Jim. Jim has a trust in me. So when we were actually in the middle of purchasing this, we didn't know how to run any of this. So we asked him if he would come down and show us a demo. Not only did he show us a demo, but he worked for about 10.5 hours for free. But I did give you a good lunch.
Yeah.
So I think we're even now, right?
Yeah.
So I just
I ate a lot, by the way. So that was a pretty costly lunch that day. Yeah. And we got lunch off of him today too. So if it's not me buying the customer lunch, it's the customer buying a whole crew here lunch. So hey, what are you excited about this spring? I see you also have a top dresser, so you're doing aerification, you're doing overseeding.
Yes.
And then you're doing some top dressing. So how has that combination changed your direction this spring?
Yeah, so having the right equipment for the job is key, right? So Jim actually let us test out one of his top dressers. I think it was
Earth and Turf. Yeah.
Earth and Turf. Okay. So we used that the last couple turf renovating jobs, which is a minor turf renovating. When people hear turf renovation, they think it's a full-blown process. Typically, when you're going into a full-blown process, it's like when Jim came down in October. It was a brand new construction build. We had a lot of debris we had to remove. We had to regrade. We had to cultivate. Most customers don't need that. Most customers need the aeration, which is fracturing the soil, putting the seed down. We put down a leaf grow on top of that with a top dresser, anywhere from about 1/4 inch to 3/4 of an inch, depending on how the soil is, and then we're putting grass seed on top of that and raking everything in smooth. So it's changed the way we do things simply because we have the machines to actually operate now. So we're quicker, we're faster, and not only that, we've actually lowered our cost to our customers. Don't take my word for it. Get online and look at our reviews, look at the customer's testimony. We are one of the cheapest in town, and that's because we have this partnership with Jim, and we're able to use and rent this equipment.
So you bring up a good point there. The rental part of things. You're on the breaking grounds of a Ventrac rental program.
Correct.
So we've talked about it a little bit this morning. Of course, we have been doing it here at J&R for many years, getting people in the seat, but also helping out contractors like yourself that can't quite afford the aerator and the primary seeder and the soil cultivator and the top dresser from another company, and to put all this stuff together. So rental is probably a pretty big thing with you. You're hour, 10 minutes away?
Correct. Yep.
But to come up to rent a piece of equipment for the day or for the week makes a lot of sense, because I think it's helping get new customers.
Yes, it's helping grow the company without the huge cost up front. So one of these machines, I don't know the exact numbers, but you're probably somewhere between 30 and 40,000. And then you start adding on attachments. Most people, I'm a smaller company. You know, I have 6, 7, 8 guys. We're not looking to be this multi-million-dollar, 100-man company or anything like that. So for us to put out a couple $100s to use something to make that money back 2-3 times X is so much more beneficial than going out and spending $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on something that you really don't know if you're going to have that business in the future for.
Sure.
So we always tell our customers in competition, unless you're renting something 10 to 12 times, there's no need to purchase it. Let somebody else deal with the repairs.
Yeah.
There's a market for rental, and that's just really it. You don't have to come out of the pocket right away, but I'll tell you one thing. Once you use one of these machines, the top dresser, exactly. You see him right now. He reeled me in, and this was done last year. I was on the fence, and he talked me into it, and my guys, we wish we would have did this 5-6 years ago. I wish we literally would have 3-4 of these right now. I mean, just the savings on the man hours alone. Nobody's killing themselves anymore. We're not back-breaking work anymore. It's all done by the machine. If you take care of the machine will take care of you.
We're a true believer here. We like to invest in our customers. We like to invest in a new contractor. You came up, you bought a diesel and a loader.
Yes.
And what was the other?
Power rake.
Power rake.
Yep.
So yeah, you've got all the attachments there. That's pretty awesome. So it's
you got to have a good dealership behind you. You have a good dealership behind you, the rest is history. You know you're going to be taken care of. You're going to take care of them. They're going to take care of you. Everything's going to work out in the end.
Yeah, that's awesome. Last thing I want to discuss is we were talking a little bit about the swap meet that's coming up.
Yes.
So I understand you're a little excited about that.
Yep.
And you're going to be here for that, correct?
I will be
Awesome.
here. Yes.
So
7:30 in the morning.
7:30. So you get a chance to see all the equipment.
Yep.
Run all the equipment. We were talking about everything that Ventrac has. I think with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 little small things.
Yep.
But I think we got some other stuff to offset all that.
Absolutely.
We've got some new items. We got the remote control tractor. We've got maybe autonomous tractor. So we've heard bits and pieces about that too. And we've got a couple new attachments that haven't been seen yet by the general public that we either have maybe something working with Ventrac, maybe something working with some of these aftermarket companies.
And I haven't seen it either.
Yeah,
I have not seen it either. So.
Yeah, so I'm trying to keep that in suspense. But yeah, we're real proud to partner with you. We're real proud to that you found us.
Absolutely.
You know, that means a lot. And I just want to take a minute.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You.
And like I said, you got an interest in Ventrac, you're in the area, stop in, give us a call, send us some smoke signals, whatever you got to do. But we'll definitely try to help you out. Phone number here for the shop's 410-734-4200. It's pretty easy to remember. My cell number is 410-688-7165. Jimmy Ventrac signing out with Dakota. I'll have a good day.